not a fan of simplicity either?
No, I am. I just seem to be surrounded by extras. So, like,
Or are you ordinary? Remember on that TikTok they always say, "Am I extra or are you just ordinary?"
No, I'm extra.
Yeah.
And my daughter is too. God love her. Like, there's a meme
Oh,
going
she
around now.
is completely you. She is completely a little mini you. Yes.
Well, there's a meme going around that has, I'm sure it's from some anime show, but it has two people in it. You know, they're shaking hands, and on one person it says the worst traits of my mother. On the other hand, it says the worst traits of my father, and it's like they're shaking hands.
Oh, that's cute.
And then in the hands it says me. And I'm like, well, that's Kinley Elizabeth. Right there you go. Like, she is such a good kid, but she has like all the worst traits of Justin and all the worst traits of me.
Oh,
and it's like, here we have Kinley.
I love that.
And it's wonderful because sometimes we just look at each other and we're like, she gets it honestly. Like,
yeah.
What do you do?
What do you do?
How do you?
I know. It's good. It's all,
and she's extra. Like, that has been her adjective since she was born. People are like, oh, how's your daughter? You know, like, well, she's extra.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's okay. It's all good.
Who she is. And I've told her, you know, you got to learn when to tone it down.
Yeah.
But you embrace it. That's who you are. And, you know, if you're too much for some people, then they're not your people.
There you go.
That's
exactly
a hard
right.
lesson.
Well, and that's exactly right. And trying to figure out things like that, you know, when you're young, you know, and
it's hard.
It's very hard.
Because extra people tend to attract drama.
Yeah.
And I'm very big on, I'm a very dramatic person.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, like I know, but I hate drama. Like, don't bring me your drama.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. I mean, I'm theatrical and dramatic myself, but I don't engage in drama.
Yeah.
And that's something I've had to work with Kinley and kind of draw that line.
Yeah.
Here's how you remove yourself from drama.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because dramatic people, extra people, we attract people wanting to share drama with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've got to learn to cut that off and not get involved.
Yeah. Exactly. You know? Yeah. Stay away from it.
Run
away from it.
That's a simple thing to do.
Don't be starting nothing. There won't be nothing. Right.
And don't, well, you don't even have to start it. People just share it with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you got to learn to say, hey, I hate to hear that, but this is not something I need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to be involved.
That's bold too for a little girl to say that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of to say that. You know, to be that person, you know, and also, you know, just when you have your influencers around, to be that person, just take a different stance and choose to go a different direction. That's
and to be able to say, you know what, this does not include me.
Yeah.
You know, and I've told her, when you have two of your friends that are fighting and they pull you in, it is okay to say, this is not about me. I'm not involved.
There you go.
Walk away. Run.
Run away. There you go. That's exactly right. Good advice.
That's hard.
Sure. Yeah.
It is hard.
Yeah.
But
definitely. All right, Autumn. I heard this morning. I thought this was good. A lady was talking, and she was saying that, like, things like sometimes when you have struggles, like getting things done, let's say that sometimes maybe like your housework or stuff like that. She said, when you get up in the morning, start right at the project. Even if you have to leave for work, start a project. Like, let's say it's doing laundry. Start the laundry, and then when you get back home, it'll be on your focus, and you'll be more to start that. And then she said, hang on, this is good.
I'm listening.
I thought this was good advice. Then she said also that when you want to get stuff done, keep your shoes on. Like, don't take your shoes off, because that triggers your brain to relax when you take your shoes off. And so she said, keep your shoes on, and you'll be more. I just thought I thought that was kind of useful advice, you know.
Well,
I thought maybe
that is interesting. Now, I am one, like, when I get up in the morning, I do normally, you know, let's start a load laundry so I can switch it at lunch. You know, so I do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a big proponent of keeping your shoes on in the house, because you just have so much ick at the bottom of your shoes, and you don't want to track that through the house. But I understand the concept.
Process. Yeah, maybe a different pair of shoes. Maybe have some other shoes,
like
inside shoes, or something like that. Put those on, because then that will trigger your brain. Because because you think about it, like, first thing you do, like when you get home, is kick off your shoes and you're home.
Yeah, I mean, I hate shoes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right? You know what I mean?
I wear flip-flops.
Yeah. So, you know, that's the first thing to do, and that triggers your brain to relax, and you're home.
Yeah.
And therefore, she was saying, but I agree with you on the shoes too, because boy, do we do shoes track stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen that, like some of those Airbnbs you do, like they have shoes there for you to wear because they don't want you wearing your shoes through their house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which kind of grosses me out because I'm like, who all has had their feet in these shoes?
Yeah,
and I'll bring my own.
I think you have to be very careful on that.
You
kind
do.
Of stuff. Yeah.
I love the thought. Like the thought of it is that's a great thought.
Yeah.
But unless you're replacing those every time.
Yeah.
But there is a place, so I'm going to add my own 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I love that. Let's make this grow. I planted the seed.
So this is, this is something that I am very big on. And it's not my own concept. I wish I could take credit for it.
Well, mine wasn't either.
But I am a big fan of, if there is something that you have to do that you're dreading, count down from 5. Don't count up, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And it triggers in your brain. Like when you get to that 1, that 0, well, you got to do something because you're at the end.
Yeah.
So it's almost that push of doing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm, really you think about it. I was talking with a friend of mine. It's like you think about doing something longer than it actually takes to do the darn thing.
Oh, absolutely.
So just go do the darn thing and be done.
Go do the darn thing.
Go
I agree.
Thing. That's I try really hard. Laundry, I hate laundry. Almost as much as I hate vacuuming the floor.
Well, I told you that I'll do your vacuuming if you'll do my laundry.
Yeah.
I hate laundry too.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
But realistically, it takes me 10 minutes, 7 to 13. I've timed this. 7 to 13 minutes to pull the load of laundry out of my dryer.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And put it away because I don't fold and let it sit. I fold and I put away.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, you know what? I hate doing it, but in 7 minutes I'm done, or I can look at it for 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
Just do the darn thing.
Do the darn thing.
Just do it.
100%. Well, I think that's true. Well, and I know, like with my children, and I'm sure with your children, like there's been a fit about wanting to, let's say, clean the room or something.
Yeah.
And the fit took longer than it would have taken to clean the room.
Yeah. And you know how I get around that? Hey, you don't have to like it, but you have to do it. And until it's done, you can't do X, Y,
Yeah,
Z.
that's what I'm saying. The longer, what I'm saying is if they would have just went ahead and done it, you know what I mean? But I mean, I think that goes with children, I mean, that's part of it.
Throw your fit while you're cleaning.
There you go.
You don't have to like
That's exactly right. As you're throwing your socks in the hamper, you can start screaming at the socks. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I will say now, and I'm very thankful for this, but now, and my kids are not perfect kids. Like they still throw their fits. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'd like to see I mean, there's no perfect.
But now it is kind of to the point. It's harder on us than them.
Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah.
But now we're to the point that I can say, hey, your room needs to be cleaned by X amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it needs to be done before I get home from work, or hey, it needs to be done before dinner.
Yeah.
And that kind of gives them a little bit of that responsibility of, okay, I don't have to do it right now.
Yeah.
Very rarely will I say, okay, you need to do it now, and it needs to be done.
Yeah.
I give them a time.
Yeah.
Because realistically, who's going to get up in the morning and jump to it?
Right.
So you have to have it by this time.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of times that they have pushed, and I'm kind of getting into some parenting here, or have not done it. And I have learned, instead of screaming and yelling, and it's like, okay, well, now there are going to be consequences, because then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. You didn't do it by the time it was supposed to be done, so now I'm going to do it. But now you get to do one of my chores because I did yours.
Yeah.
And a lot of times my chores are not as easy and as fun as your chores. Yeah. And after a couple of times of you doing my chores, once usually, you decide your chores really are better, and there's really not that argument anymore. Right.
Yeah.
Or like there was one time I told them, hey, it's time to turn off the electronics. We're going to bed. 2 hours later, my kids are still on the electronics. And it's like, okay. Well, they came home the next day from school and the electronics were gone.
Ooh.
And it's like, oh man, I'm sorry. Like, hey, you know what? Yesterday when I told you to get off and you chose not to, well, now you've lost the privilege.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe next time you'll respect my time a little bit better.
And they did survive.
We do technology free days.
I think that's
Sunday was a technology free day.
I love that.
you have to cycle them off. But
Uh-huh.
there's those boundaries that I'm not going to scream and yell, and I used to, and I still do sometimes, but I try not to scream and
Right,
yell
yeah, sure.
and be the crazy mom. And
Yeah.
sometimes,
Oh,
sometimes I say, okay, do you guys want crazy mom to come back?
Yeah, do
Because
we-
crazy mom is almost here. Like,
she's coming. She's coming down the road.
So you now got a choice. You can do what I ask you to do, or crazy mom can come.
Yeah, that's right. I love that.
What do you want?
No, I know.
I mean,
we can go two ways with this, you know.
Here we are. Anyway, so
That's great. I think it's
I don't
good.
even know how we got on that.
Oh, I
topic,
think
but
it's fun though. You know, what I mean, I don't think any parent can disagree with any of this. I think it's, you know, what I mean,
yeah, it's hard.
and I told you that we did this. We used to do this where we turn the music up, and then like we'd have a timer, like 20 minutes or
Yes,
15 minutes,
I need
and
to
then
do that.
everybody, you know, we started in, we stood there in the living room, everybody together, and then when the bell went off, like I think it was like 15 minutes or so, you know,
Yeah.
and everybody just ran
And do it.
to clean. Yeah, and you would be amazed
Yeah.
at what they could get done in 15 minutes. And then it was a game of who could get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, focus cleaning, and it really, like, again, it really doesn't take that long.
Yeah. No.
You
And
know?
and everybody working together.
Yes,
You
I'm
know?
a big fan.
Gladiator
need
showed
to
us
do
this.
that.
Gladiator showed us. Everybody put your backs together and work together. And I mean,
I did actually watch that American Gladiator
wait.
or the movie Gladiator. I did choose to watch
Wait.
American Gladiator with my grandma.
No,
I think you're thinking of something else.
I was
though.
thinking of the movie Gladiator.
I have seen that.
Wait, I am cracking up. Autumn Scott Hall.
I was thinking
The
American, Gladiator.
Yes,
Do you remember that show?
yeah, I do. I'm cracking up. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
well,
yeah.
We were on two different wavelengths there, but I have seen that movie.
Yes. Well, and it's a good movie about team and people
Yes.
working together, you know,
Yeah.
and how much more you can get done. You know what I mean? And a family, you know what I mean? When I'd call family meetings, believe me, I would call family meetings. We're having a family meeting now. You know what I mean?
Get in
Here.
Crazy mom's already out.
Yeah.
We do have family meetings.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be funny to watch them, like, you know, how slow they'd come into the room. You know what I mean? They had no idea, you know, what's
Yeah,
going
and
on.
we're waiting.
That's
And it's like, in our family, it's, we're waiting on Kinley.
yes.
So you probably have one or two that's
Two
like, we're
stragglers.
waiting on.
Those stragglers, absolutely. Yeah.
I love
And
them.
it would be, I mean, it wasn't something, you know, it would just be like, you know, our routine, what we're going to do, you know, the next day
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, I mean, it was an update of
Yeah.
our plans, family plans
Yeah.
or whatever. You know
Just
what I mean?
so everyone's
Yeah.
in the loop.
Oh,
Yeah.
try to keep,
That's what we do.
If I was a person that sent out a newsletter, remember I had 6 girls. Here's the newsletter, an itinerary every morning.
That'd be great.
Wouldn't
I don't
that be
have
great?
time for that.
Yeah, no, I would not. I did
I
not.
scribble it,
No.
though. And then I had to watch that and write in cursive because, you know, some of my kids can't read cursive yet. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you are only 6.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you that.
That's right. All right, we're going back real quick. We're going to go back to Squirrel. 5 stats for Amazon Prime Day.
It is Amazon Prime Day.
Did anybody say that? Have we told that?
I don't. We talked about it, but I don't know if we were on the air when we talked
Did
about
you?
it.
I think we did. But did you already know when Prime Day started? The 3 and 5 Amazon customers said yes in a poll last week. We knew that. Okay, we already knew that. Okay, let's see. Okay, number 2. Over half of people who know about Prime Day plan to shop today or tomorrow. 57% said yes. 36% said maybe. 7 said no. So I think
So I guess my question, I know it's Prime Day, and my understanding is Prime Day used to be free shipping, but now it is not just free shipping.
It's now like $3 off or whatever. So
there are discounts as well. So
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
like Black Friday in July.
there you go. Absolutely. And so if you have a big family and you want to get some things, you could go ahead and start, like, you know what I mean, or birthdays or anything or
I
anniversaries.
don't buy gifts anymore.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But that's okay.
Well,
People do.
Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
is
For those who
important
do,
for
or needs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You've got back to school. You know what I mean? If you,
Yeah.
you know, you need some new underwear, you know what I mean? I don't know. The top 5 products that we bought last year are health and beauty stuff, which Autumn, you are totally, but you are health and beauty. You love
I
all
am
that.
very big on health and beauty.
I
I mean, you can't tell looking at me,
No,
but
I
I'm
mean,
all
that's,
for it.
no, I mean, you're all like with the, like the natural and stuff like that
Yes.
stuff. So,
Yeah.
okay. So
I don't want the chemicals on my body.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. Electronics,
Yeah.
which, okay.
That's a
Clothing.
necessary evil.
Yeah. But things that
Clothing
might
also
go,
a necessary
Yeah.
evil.
let's say the toaster goes out or something, right? Or I'm just,
Yeah.
so clothing,
Yeah.
household essentials, and that'd be like your toasters or this in microwave,
Yeah.
or something like that. And home and garden stuff.
I do get caught on home and garden things.
Okay.
I
Video.
love the thought of a nice outdoor living space.
Oh, love every
It's
bit
the
of that.
maintenance of it that gets me.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, video games.
My kids like video games. I'm not a
Well,
gamer, but
that's
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Groceries.
they buy groceries on Amazon.
Yeah, I've never. I know people do. Yeah, I've heard of this before. I've never done that, but I've heard of people.
I mean, I do
I don't think
buy like Walmart pickup.
yeah, but
I've never bought. I guess that's not true. I do buy some things, but not. I guess when I think of groceries, I think refrigerated groceries.
Yeah.
But I have bought things like tea, or there's
true.
like
Yeah.
pasta.
When I've bought coffee before. Yeah, so I guess that's something.
I guess okay.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Okay. Pet products. Also
I've
make
done
the
that
top 10.
because sometimes you can't get the pet products that
Yeah,
you need.
true. There's a good chance you're not the only one in the home buying stuff. The average 2.9 orders per household last year. 1 in 6 placed at least 5 orders. Prime Day deals better than Black Friday deals. Most Amazon I can't talk. Shoppers say no. Black Friday still has the best deals. Prime Day and Cyber Monday tied for second. So Black Friday still, but they might not have what you're looking for. I mean, that's the thing you gotta.
Yes.
You know.
And I'll tell you, the things I'm looking for do not appear to be on sale. So
okay, well there you go then. And that's where you have to be responsible. Don't do impulse buying, right?
So really, you need to do this. I guess really you have to click on the Prime Day deals to get the deals.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Prime Day deals.
Yeah. So if you're gonna save money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a little fun fact, honey. Now we're switching gears. We're going squirrel. Okay.
Yes.
another
fun
fact. Honey Nut Cheerios. Anybody eating? I think right now, we're at 8:44. There's people that don't have to be at work till 10 or 9 that are shaving right now, and and some people eating breakfast. And so for anybody right now eating Honey Nut Cheerios, it doesn't contain any nuts. They use fake almond flavor that mostly comes from processed peach pits. Well, that's scary to say. Processed peach pits.
That's interesting because there is something inside of apricot and peach pits and things. There's some nutrient, some vitamin in there that actually is excellent for you and helps. There have been studies that it actually is used in other countries to help fight cancer.
Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh wow.
That is interesting to me because the last I heard that whatever that vitamin or mineral, I don't remember the vitamin that is in there.
We need to find out, yeah.
But it is illegal in the United States. So that's interesting that is what they use.
Okay.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, it's called so it's fake almond flavor that's mostly comes from processed peach pits. So you take a peach pit and you process it. So what do? Grind it? Is that what it'd be? I mean, is that what
here's the thing. So I can't pronounce this. Amygdalin. It's a compound found in pits in the seeds of apricots, apples, peaches, plums, cherries, and fruits, and also in bitter almonds. But it has. This is what it is, B17. So I guess the peach pits and things have B17 in it, which is an anti-cancer agent.
B17. Sounds like bingo.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, is it something that Amazon Prime has?
I don't know, but you can get them in, it is this amygdalin or whatever. It is very strong in those pits. And in almonds, and I guess it's also in celery and flaxseed.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But I guess it could have changed. So this could be old fake news, but B17 you could not buy in the United States.
I remember we talked about that before. Yeah.
And so that's interesting that's in Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah. So there you go. So anybody eating Honey Nut Cheerios, little fun fact there.
Yeah.
Okay. The J in jaywalking is a 1920s slang term for idiot. So jaywalking means idiot walking. You know how when you're crossing the street and you're jaywalking,
Yeah, and my thing is, do people actually get tickets?
I
for
was going to ask
jaywalking?
that. I wondered that. I'm really,
I mean,
I really wonder
Sheriff
that.
Coltrane really got those Duke boys a lot with jaywalking, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I wonder that. I think that, and okay, I don't want to I don't, I'm not a police officer and I don't even play one on TV. I'm not a police woman. Although I do admire them and kind of am jealous about the uniform and the badge.
well,
kind of very jealous of the outfit and everything.
I mean,
But I'm not one, and I respect them. I respect the police.
Yeah.
Above, I know you do too. But I think they've got so many other things going on.
well,
I think that's probably the least of their.
I think jaywalking only comes into play. Let's say, okay, because in a pedestrian crosswalk, the pedestrian has the right of way. This is big in.
I call them pedrians. Yes,
Okay.
The pedrians have.
So pedestrians have, and working on the square, I use this to my advantage a lot.
I am
But
cracking
let's
up,
say
Autumn.
I do not use the crosswalk, which sometimes I have been known to cut across the square. That technically is jaywalking
in your flip flops.
in my flip flops, and in the event that I were to be hit by a car,
Yes.
and I am not in the crosswalk, can you then hold the person responsible if I were breaking the law and crossing jaywalking?
Yeah.
So I think there is maybe some stickiness because I've thought these things.
Yeah, no,
As I work
because
on
your
the square
mind,
and
yeah,
run to the courthouse.
But that's funny because my mind's thought the same thing. Because yes, our minds are. That's weird that we're like.
Yes. So it's like
we're becoming one person here, Autumn. That's
will
scary.
I get a ticket for jaywalking? Probably not, because really we have 2-hour parking on the square and nobody gets a ticket. So they have better things to worry
They've
about.
got a lot more going.
But if I were to get hit while jaywalking, can the other person be responsible? Probably not, because I'm breaking the law.
Okay, what I'm wondering, are we teaching this? Do people understand the assignment?
Not teaching this.
Do people? Okay, I'm just wondering, are we learning the assignment here? Do people learn? Okay, like let's say we're going to leave your office, we're going to go right, we're going to go down the sidewalk, we're going to go left and go to that middle part of the courthouse.
Yes.
And then we're going to cross the street, which is crossing in front of traffic there.
Which, by the way, not everybody stops.
No, I know. No, they don't.
So,
because especially if they're from out of town, they don't, because our square is different than some others.
Well, our square needs lines repainted because sometimes you can't, in their defense, you don't see the crosswalks.
Right. But I just wonder, who's teaching people to do this?
Yeah, nobody.
I just wonder, are we teaching? I wondered that, because how do people know that is jaywalking? Because like
it's supposed to be taught in driver's ed, I'm sure, because it has to be done with driving.
Oh, okay.
But do you realize that we also have a crosswalk there at the end of where the library is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there is a crosswalk from one side of Main Street to the other, and you can't see it.
No, I don't think people know that. And then let's go to like a bigger city. Let's go to Louisville. People just walk right out in front of you.
That's because in Louisville, people know people are walking, and Chicago's kind of the same way.
Yeah, but
people walk all the time. So I have the right of way as a pedestrian. You'll stop, and that's not always the case.
No, and it's not. Yeah, and I will stop for you. I have no problem, but I just want to make sure I see you. That's scary when somebody comes out of it. Well, and like you said, another and I'm not just to the south or go to the north or anywhere. Like sometimes people just.
Listen, when I'm walking to the Thai restaurant, I cut through the courthouse because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm using those crosswalks a lot because I'm not going to walk all the way around when I can cut through.
Do you make that perfect L then? I mean, it's like almost like an L, like you're going straight and then you go L, like that. I mean, I
literally cut through the court. Like I go up the stairs through the courthouse down the stairs.
Okay, like in Nashville, like on Broadway, there's like it's almost like an X. Like some people go straight. But then some people go angled, and the crosswalk lets you to do that. No, the crosswalk it's like a X.
Yeah.
And like you can go angled or you can go straight. Yeah. It's almost like an X that.
And I think that's where it is important on both parts. Like as a driver, you need to be aware of your surroundings always. Yeah. But if you are using these crosswalks and jaywalking or whatever. Don't just walk out and think, well, they're pedestrians. I'm a pedestrian. I have the law on my side. They'll stop. No, be smart and look, because if they're not slowing down, you probably shouldn't step out in the road.
Well, I just wonder if we're teaching that. I'm wondering if I'm just wondering if that's being taught,
I don't
to
know.
stay in the crosswalks, or and I've also been working on, look left and right, I mean, before you cross the street, I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
I don't know if it's being taught. And
Listen,
I
it's been
was
20 years since I've been in driver's ed. I don't remember, but I would think that is where it should be taught.
I
Maybe, or even
just
my
good
kids ask
reminders.
questions. Like I tell my kids, and we talk about things as I'm driving. Especially now that the one's old enough to be in the front seat, we talk a lot about stuff like that.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
I got pulled over one time for speeding. I know that's hard to believe. And like it was funny because the child that was with me was very upset and mad that I got pulled over. And like as soon as I saw the cop turn around and I looked down and I saw that I was going 78 in a 55, I knew I was caught.
Yeah.
And so like afterwards, it was all said and done. And I mean, the child is still upset that I got pulled over. And I was like, that was his job.
Yeah.
Like I broke the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it was not intentionally,
Mm-hmm.
I broke the law by speeding.
Yeah.
He did his job. That's what he should have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why are you mad at the man for doing his job when I'm the one that was wrong?
Yeah.
And I think we lose that accountability.
Oh.
Now I got a warning because I think there's a big part of that too. I was like, yeah, I was eating French fries and I was speeding.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? When you get the French fries.
I was like, I'm sorry. I looked down. I was, what did you clock me at? It's what I asked him. And he said, well, I got you at 76. And I thought, well, I saw 78, but I'm not going to complain.
76 trombones.
Yeah. So it's like, that's his job.
Yeah.
And yes, we should be teaching these things. But at the same time, again, I'm going to come back to as a parent, it is your responsibility to teach your children these things.
It is not, you're blessed that we are very blessed. And I guess what I'm trying to say, to be able to drive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something to take for granted.
Right.
And, and when a police officer, we had this big discussion years ago and still continuing, remind everybody, when you are pulled over, they are the authority. You know what I mean? And you give respect to the authority.
Yes.
And you do what they, if they tell you to hands on the wheel or whatever they tell you, you listen to their instructions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you've lost everything as far as like they say to be. I'm trying to remember the words, but I agree with this. This is respect. They deserve that.
At the end of the day, you both have the same goal, and that's to go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like these cops are not out here, and that's why I tell the kids, and they're not out here picking on people, trying to. They're doing their job.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they don't. Yeah. Absolutely.
They're doing their job.
Let them do it. They're keeping us safe, and they might have, going 76 autumn. That might have been,
55.
But in a 55. But awesome job.
Buddy.
No, also, I was trying to say also, if let's say, you never know what your future could have happened.
Right.
Because you were speeding and you were going fast.
Yeah.
And you might have kept doing that until you got a little bit of a reminder of, whoa, slow it down. Yeah. Then that could have saved your life, Autumn.
It could have.
You always think about that.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pulled over a couple times for speeding. I have watched it. I have. I've never gotten
confession.
So,
all right. So another thing too. This is cool for our state of Indiana. There's only one major band instrument manufacturer left in the United States, and that is in Indiana.
And what do they manufacture?
Band instruments.
All band instruments?
I guess so. That's pretty cool, though, don't you think?
That is cool. I'm a fan of the band.
I'm a huge fan. I love the music, the band. I mean, they make
There's
music.
Something about brass instruments that just...
Oh, we went and saw an orchestra. We went and saw Toy Story. They did where they like the orchestra plays during the movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, way cool. But when they start, the trumpets, the saxophone, just all of them just start playing. Yeah. It's just like the coolest. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it.
I do too. And and music changes you. Like when you're like, you could be sitting there and all of a sudden when music starts, it completely puts you in a total different
Absolutely.
Atmosphere.
That's why. Why
atmosphere.
do you think movies have music?
Yeah. Remember Donna?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they. Yeah.
Never seen it.
I know. We're gonna have to. We're supposed to do Hot Girl Summer with Jaws.
Let's do it.
We're not gonna get it done if we don't get started on this.
Summer's
It's gonna be
almost
over. I
over.
know. We're gonna be Hot Girl Fall, Hot Girl Winter, Hot Girl Spring. It continues on. Okay, so I thought that's cool for the state, and what's cool is there's people that come to our state from other states
to buy instruments.
Yes, so like that's cool. That's pretty awesome.
Indiana has some pretty great things.
We do, absolutely. Let's see here. You turn 1 billion seconds old 4 months before your 32nd birthday. When you're 31 years old, 251 days, 13 hours, 34 minutes, and 55 seconds old. So you turn 1 billion seconds old 4 months before you turn 32.
Well, I'm past that.
Okay, there you go. Now we know.
Does that mean you're 2 billion seconds old 8 months before you turn 64?
Well, Autumn, do the math. Okay.
I can't. Hurts my head.
Okay, men are worse than women remembering people's names. Do you agree or don't?
Men are worse than women?
Yeah, men are worse than women at remembering people's names.
Justin's a lot better than I am. I remember faces, not necessarily names.
58% of us say there's a good chance we wouldn't remember. That's how many say they struggle at least half the time. Only 7% always remember names. Okay, men are a little worse than women. 55% of women and 61% of men have trouble with names. Most of us have an easier time with faces.
Yeah, I'm a face person, not a name person.
Only around 1 in 4 people said there's a good chance they wouldn't even recognize the person. 28% said they never forgot a face.
Well, I have also forgotten faces, so
yeah. Or if they change, like a lot of times, you'll see them in school, and they have that school look, and then when they become an adult, you haven't seen them.
Well, because you grow up and
things change.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like I know you don't watch Seinfeld, right?
No. No, I know who Seinfeld is.
Okay. Well,
I know the face.
Well, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan, and there's an episode of, we'll talk about nothing, and I think that's exactly what we did today.
We talked about a lot.
We covered a lot of bases here. Okay. Remember, wear your shoes if you want to get things done. Like Autumn said, though, have some house shoes or something like that inside. Don't wear your street shoes. Be careful if you're jaywalking the street.
Don't get hit by a car.
Respect the police. Get some kind
Go to Amazon Prime today.
Go to Amazon Prime. Eat B17, not a bingo, but have B17. So those are just kind of a recap of what we've talked about. Clean your house and have the kids do it.
Yeah,
don't scream at your kids.
Sometimes I wonder if our sponsors are like, what are we doing? But we could not do it without you.
And we love you. Remember, you said you love them. You do love them.
I do.
We do.
Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Pearly Wealth Management.
These are all great sponsors.